What's up, duelists? A lot of you guys yesterday messaged me asking me for the second place Flamvell deck list from the tournament in Karlsruhe, Germany. And this is almost exactly it. I was able to go through the live VOD. I don't know the player personally, so I wasn't able to reach out to him for a deck list. But if he's watching this video, maybe he can comment the missing cards in the description below. I was able to put together 38 out of 40 of the main deck cards. The first 38 cards here are the 38 of the 40 main deck cards that he was playing. And then the sideboard cards, the first 10 here are cards that he was playing in his sideboard. Now, the cards that I've added, Allure and Monk, I heard someone in the chat saying he was on Monk, and I just assumed that if you're playing Monk here, a reasonable 40th card would be Allure of Darkness. It could also be Trap Dust Shoot. It could also be Charge of the Light Brigade. It could also be a third Ryko, but I think that Allure of Darkness is a reasonable card to play here. In the sideboard, I noticed he had 2 spells, but I couldn't make out what they were. I thought they were maybe Nobleman's, but they could have been a bunch of different things. I'm not really sure. I'm assuming he's playing 2 Cyber Dragon because literally everybody does, and then I just threw in a DD Warrior Lady because I don't know what his last sideboard card was, but it could be a DD Warrior Lady. It could be something totally different. It could be like a Kaiku or something. Who knows? This is the second place Flamvell deck list. More or less, I think if you change this last card, the 39th card or the 40th card, it doesn't really change the deck too much. And again, the sideboard is just like what you think he was playing. If he's watching, of course, comment down below. Now, there are a few things I don't like about this deck list. First off, I don't really like Plague. I think Plague is pretty mediocre. You already have access to tuners in like Flamvell Magician. You don't really need Plague for anything. It's just like a random like bad draw. And I noticed that in the finals match, he actually drew Plague a couple of times, and it was pretty bad for him to draw it. Chaos Sorcerer, I think, is really inconsistent with only 2 lights. He could be playing a charge, maybe a third Ryko, but even with only 3 lights, Chaos Sorcerer is very inconsistent. We also noticed it brick on camera for him in the last game of the finals. So yeah, definitely something I don't really like about this deck list. But there are a few things I do like. I do like Gale with Flamvells. I think Gale weakening something so Fire Dog can attack over it later is pretty good. I do like Mind Control. I do like Trunade in this deck because oftentimes you'll just Trunade and then Rekindling OTK. So Trunade, the card disadvantage rarely matters, whereas the OTK often obviously matters. The sideboard, I do like Jujitsu Master in the sideboard of this deck. I think it's like a cool little mix-up. Although if your opponent sees a set monster, they're often not attacking it because they think it's Spy. So I don't know. This is only for Glads, really. Maybe Blackwings. I'm not really sure. I do like the compulsories. I know he had 3 total, but 1 was rearranged in his sideboard, like he had sided it out. He had Trap Holes, Pulling the Rugs. Pulling the Rug plus Spy is your plan against Monarchs. It's not a very consistent plan. If they get rid of your Pulling the Rug, you kind of lose, but you can't really afford to side out too many of your flip effect monsters because you play just so many of them against Monarch decks. And that was definitely a weakness that happened to him on camera as well. So yeah, this is the list. Hope you guys like it. I'm going to play it in a game real quick, and that's going to be today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys know what's up. It took me like 30 minutes to go through the VOD to like figure out exactly what he was playing. I was literally going frame by frame. It's just super funny. We're going to play against Ryan Ploko. Good luck, have fun, rock. The extra deck, I pieced together the extra deck based off of what I think he would play. But again, like most Flamvell extra decks are exactly the same, give or take a card. The only difference in this one is I put Armor Master and Arcanite because we do have Gale. And as you can see with this hand, that might come up. I'm going to start off with set Spy and pass. Next turn we can flip Spy, grab Spy, and then either, summon Gale, make Arcanite, or we can summon Descendant and start popping shit. So it just depends on what we want to do. We could also save Gale for the Mind Control turn. Here comes Gravekeeper's Commandant. If we get Royal Tributed, I'm ending the video. I'm ending the video. If we get Royal Tributed, right now, I'm ending the video. There's Necro Valley. Okay, so our Spy in play is actually kind of good. He's setting cards first. Okay, that's Wave Motion Cannon. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Descendant's good here as long as we don't have to face down Skill Drain. But if he does have Skill Drain, then this is pretty good for us. Like, this is actually like a really good spot. So I think we go Spy, activate. Mind Control takes Cyber Valley is really funny too. Spy, activate. That's going to grab Spy. I'm going to normal summon Descendant. I'm going to just start blowing up his cards. I'm just going to blow up Necro Valley first because that card is the most annoying. We have Dark Arm Dragon. We want that to be live. So we'll normal summon. Priority activate Descendant. Sacrifice Gravekeeper Spy. Target Necro Valley. And then I'm going to blow up some of his other cards too. Probably the back row because I don't really care about the Wave Motion Cannon. Like, we're definitely going to kill him before Well, maybe, I don't know. We could save the mind control. That's another thing I haven't considered. Nah, we're not going to save it. We're going to activate Descendant. We're going to pop the back row. Nice. Starlight Road gone. We are going to mind control the Cyber Valley. I do want to draw 2 cards here. After I attack, of course. This guy just got destroyed. Like, that was like the most crushing destruction ever. We attack for 1,500. He's going to take 15. Main phase 2, we'll activate Cyber Valley, banish both, and then draw 2 cards. And then we're probably going to pass the turn. I don't really need to play anything. If he attacks me, I can drop Gores. So that's turn 1 for Wave Motion. We are now up basically 7 cards to 3. And now 8 cards to 3. Here comes Gold Sarcophagus. This can find something maybe. We could even be in a position where we're just like normal summon Gale. Gold Sarcophagus in these types of decks is very ambitious. We would have definitely lost if we got Royal Tributed. Maybe not, though, because we had Spy. Spy can wall out for a while. He's going to search another Wave Motion Cannon. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's incredibly slow. There's another Necro Valley. That's going to prevent us from using our Dark Arm Dragon. But again, I don't really care. We're kind of winning this race. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to summon Gale. And then I'm just going to attack. Pretty much. I don't really see why we need to set anything else right now. Maybe it's good to keep the Gale in play. Alright, well, let's attack for 1,300. We have a clock, I suppose. Main phase 2. Rekindling does work under Necro Valley, but we don't have any Flamvells, which is annoying. He's typing something. I have a question mark. Okay. Cool. We're going to set Deprison, set Bottomless, and pass the turn. I don't need to set Solemn. I don't want to pay 4,000, so I don't need to set it yet. I can just set it later. It says 1. That's for Gold Sark. This is the second turn for Wave Motion. But again, we're winning this race. Like, he needs another 8 turns. There's Smashing Ground. That's annoying. I need to draw a monster ASAP, or I actually will lose. Heavy Storm. Sure. I can wait till he plays his second Wave Motion, though. And in that instance, I should set Solemn, because if he draws Road or Dark Bribe, I'll want Solemn for it. So here comes Wave Motion. He's going to add that back. Oh, I could have summoned Dark Arm last turn. I'm so fucking bad. It's fine. We'll summon it this turn. It's really not that big of a deal. Here comes the second Wave Motion and another back row. And then he's going to pass. And I'm going to Heavy Storm him, and then we're just going to win. These types of decks are really gimmicky. I don't think they're very good. Here comes Heavy Storm. He's going to let that happen. Cool. Then I'm just going to summon Dark Armed and attack him. He has 1 turn to draw stuff. I should have attacked last turn. That was a little bit silly. Battle Fader. Okay. Now you have actual 0 cards. Let's keep a Gale in the graveyard for no reason in particular. It just makes our call a little bit more versatile. He has 2 turns now. He bought himself another draw step with this Battle Fader. But yeah, Dark Arm can just blow that up. We don't even have to blow that up with Dark Armed. We can Space Typhoon it. Here. Nice. Road. Okay. I'll go 28. I could have saved the Space Typhoon because YOLO 420. You get what I'm saying? If he draws Necro Valley. But if he draws Necro Valley, we kill him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're going to go to the next game here. Yep. Cool. All right. Fun stuff. So in our sideboard for this, I mean, he has Cyber Valleys, which Cyber Dragon eats for breakfast. He probably should have had Dust Tornadoes in his side. I'm not sure if there were any, but in his main, he's got Trunade, Storm, Typhoon, Double Raikou, so that's pretty good for back row removal, as well as Spy Descendant, so we're probably fine. This matchup seems really insanely good for us. I think it's just Side Out Sorcerer. He seems kind of bad. He doesn't really do anything when Necro Valley's up. Like, you can't even summon him, unlike Dark Armed, where you can actually summon him. Plague doesn't get negated by Necro Valley in this format, neither does Rekindling, but Call of the Haunted does. So I'm kind of inclined to side that out. Even though it can be chained to that sort of thing, Gores can be sided out. I don't think we're going to be attacking him. Yes, we can drop it on effect damage, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We could bring in more aggressive cards like Compulsory Evacuation Device or DD Warrior Lady. And then we could also bring in the Nox. It just depends. He's definitely going to be on Spies, which is annoying. So I think versus the Spy part of his deck, I kind of want the Nox. We already have Compulsory here. Mirror Force doesn't seem too great. It kind of plays into Road, so I'm going to side that out. Torrential seems okay. I think it's just a matter of if we want compulsories or not. And I think they're pretty good. Like, I think they just help us win the game. But whatever. It's probably fine to just do this and resubmit. There isn't a card here where I'm like unhappy to draw it. There aren't a lot of cards that I'm super happy to draw either, but yeah, there isn't really a card that I'm unhappy to draw. Spy should be insane in this matchup, provided we don't knock their Spy. Like, we need to resolve our Spy before we knock their Spy. But that might not happen, considering that he's, going first. So he might get a chance to set his Spy before we do. And this is kind of why I liked having Allure in the deck. It just lets you kind of filter. I could have sided out Solemn, but I think Solemn's actually slept on against burn decks. You saw it the last game. You just use it to go for your sweeper, and then you win. So we don't have to play it early, basically. We can wait till later to play it. Here he's going to set some cards, set a monster. That is really annoying. And then he's going to Gold Sark. So that's probably a Spy. This deck doesn't really set anything else besides Spy. Maybe Sangan. Who knows? He's going to Gold Sark for Wave Motion. Again, this is a 10-turn kill. This is horrendously slow. He needs to survive 10 turns in order to do anything here. I can Allure, banish my Sangan, or I could just set my Sangan. I think setting it's kind of better. I'm going to set it with Torrential, and I'm also going to set it with nothing else. We're just going to pass. Next turn, I can flip Sangan. I can Torrential. We can do whatever the fuck we need to do, basically. Here comes Spy. That's going to activate. Here comes maybe Descendant. Priority. Let's see if they want to activate with priority. If he doesn't, it means he has Road and he's playing around Trench. Existing Edison? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you can priority activate. Okay, target. I think we let this happen? Question mark. Do I want to take 15? Yeah, I think we let this happen. I think we let this happen because we can grab Monk. Or we could grab our own Spy, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'll grab Spy. Spy seems good. Okay, so we're going to take 15. I think we let this happen because I can Fire Dog over Descendant. If he doesn't have a way to stop that, then we might win. I'll Torrential here. If he has Road, then he has Road. That sucks, but what can we do? Okay, looks like he doesn't have Road. Cool. Good to know. Level limit area B. That's fine. Descendant can pop that. Maybe I should have alerted the Sangan. That's fine. Alert will still be good later. Copium. Alright, so that was turn 0 for Gold Sark, right? No, he Gold Sarked the first turn, so that was turn 1 for Gold Sark. He's going to get the Wave Motion this turn. So we're going to set Spy. I actually am going to set Solemn now. And I am going to set D-Prison as well. There's really no reason to hold on to them because he's not playing Heavy Storm. It's only a matter of if we draw our own Heavy Storm, basically. But I want to have Solemn down so that if he has like Skill Drain or something, we can negate it. If he had Skill Drain, it would have been beneficial for him to Envase do it. There's the Wave Motion Cannon, and there's another back row. Okay, we drew Trunade, which is pretty good. What are the chances his monster is another Spy? Probably pretty high, right? I think we just blow up his Wing Con, which is the Wave Motion Cannon. We could do that, or we could just ignore it and blow up the monster. Or the level limit. This is kind of tough. I'll activate Gravekeeper Spy. He's Donk mode. We don't really have to do anything because Trunade Solemn is so good. So this is going to grab... This could grab another Spy, honestly. But I think it's better to just grab Descendant. And just start blowing shit up. He's going to Skill Drain now. Do we need to negate that for any reason? Again, we have priority to activate, but he should have asked if we had priority to activate. We would have been forced to solemn there, but now we're not really forced to. I think we can just like wait, honestly, because I don't really see how he's going to get over Descendant without specifically Gale, and then we can deprison it. Yeah, he can't play any more back row, so Drago only favors us. Yeah, there's Monk. Okay, now that we have Monk and we can switch our dudes to attack position, is it worth it to go for like some sort of OTK shit? I don't think so yet. I think it's like better to wait a turn. I think we just summon Fire Dog. He gets switched to defense. And then we pass. Because like, how much damage do we need to do to kill him? 7,000, so this is 34. Monk into a guy is 64. Okay. There's Airbellum. This is going to attack the Fire Dog. Oh, he's going to attack the Descendant. Interesting. I will deprison that. Let's see if he has like a Dark Bribe or something. No, he doesn't. Okay. Interesting. So he has the cat garbage too. Ooh, compulsory is really good. Compulsory means I don't need to sack my spy, so I just win. We'll just set the compulsory, and then we'll pass the turn, and then we'll win next turn. And that should be that. Pretty straightforward. Pretty simple. Because Trunade plus Solemn, again, like I said, you save Solemn for the turn, you go for the Trunade. He'll have Dark Bribe, we'll have Solemn, we'll be able to stop his thing, and then, yeah, everything is nice and easy from there. Okay, so let's go for the Trunade. Let's, response. We're going to chain compulsory, target his monster. And then this should just be game. Cool. Awesome. Unless he has Battle Fader, that'd be annoying. That would be annoying, wouldn't it? Oh well. We'll go Monk. Monk activate. Pitcher. Special out Magician. Switch all my monsters to attack. So this is 27, 46, right? 27, 46. And then that plus Colossal Fighter's game, right? What is 46 plus? Yeah, it's 74. I could have gone for Dark End, actually. GG's. GG's. And that's how this deck fell off the face of the planet, basically. In any case, this deck kind of functioned. It did what it was intending on doing, which was break through a defensive wall and OTK the opponent using Giant Trunade plus Solemn. And I think the deck is solid, and I can see how in a field of diverse opponents, this type of deck could go all the way to the finals. I could definitely see it. While I don't think this deck is particularly good, the matchup spread isn't too terrible. Like, you probably don't have that many bad matchups. And if anything, you're probably losing to your own draws more than you're losing to your opponent, as long as you're playing decently. Again, like in the finals match, we saw him brick on Chaos Sorcerer Plague a couple of times, and that was all it took for him to really lose. There are quite a few bricks in this deck. There are some cards like Rekindlings that you can draw that are kind of dead early. There are some cards that you can draw that make you kind of dead early, but Flamvell Fire Dog is pretty good against a hamster-filled metagame, and Gravekeeper Spy is pretty good against a Blackwing-filled metagame. So as long as you're like dodging like, I don't know, zombies and fairies and some of the newer Edison format decks like those, this deck can probably hang in the field like that. So good shit. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to smash like and subscribe. You know the vibes. Peace.